Hello, good morning. I recorded this whole video yesterday and messed it up. So we're doing it again. I did just find this lost item. So today, I'm actually gonna chat about something while playing Animal Crossing. So it's not all gonna be about Animal Crossing. It's mostly gonna be about my game plan. Literally, the game plan for my game that I'm working on. I apparently have some things I didn't open here from yesterday. Yesterday I was kind of distracted. I am going to keep my actual sweater on and I'm not going to wear the wetsuit all the time. So first I see we have another snowball pair here. So we're gonna make a snow boy if I can do it right. And the video that I wanted to do next actually was going to be a fitness goals video, and then as I was thinking about it, I realized there's not really a lot to the fitness goals. I want to get faster at running, I want to cut my body fat a little bit, and I want to build muscle, and that's it. There's not any more to it. So instead, I want to hang out, I want to talk through some of the things I need to do to finish my game and why I want to finish it quickly. I think it would have been more thematically consistent if I had done this chat while doing game development work, but I don't think my brain could handle that sort of multitasking. It's pretty limited. I can do this and I can talk about stuff and I can't do much else. Okay, let's put this back here. The kind of bummer about these snow boys is that I can't really terraform up here until they melt, which I don't think will be until January, February, something like that. So the guide that I use for these is to make one of the snowballs as big as possible and bring the other one up to the bottom of your ears. It doesn't always work perfectly, and I'm not like dedicated enough to do the hard reset. I'm not even totally sure how to do a hard reset on the Switch. I don't know if you just close out and hit the power button or if you have to hit something on the device. I don't know. I'm not really much of a Switch gamer. It's mostly just Animal Crossing and Pikmin 3. And it is, the morning. I'm a little bit croaky, sorry. So, let's start talking about game stuff. I did a lot of game work this year. A lot of it. Mostly in the middle of the year, so like June, July, a tiny bit of August. Oh shoot, I think I made this too big. Hold on, let's look. Okay, we might be able to get away with it. Let's see. You did it! I can't believe it, you got everything. Okay, we got a perfect snow boy. Whew! I don't know why they made this so hard. But anyway, I did a lot of work on my game this year, but it's not done. And it's not going to be done by December. I thought maybe I could get it, like, functionally complete by the end of December, but even that, I think, is a bit too ambitious. I think there's just a little bit too much to do. But it is pretty close, so, like, I've been thinking about, you know, the release process, how to prepare it for release, what to do to market it, and like all of that has been really overwhelming. I'm really afraid to release it into the world, and I think that's making me hesitate quite a bit. Let's see if this guy, there we go. Another large snowflake. So now we should have 3? Yeah, we have, oh, where'd I get these? Oh, these are normal snowflakes. Okay. Large snowflakes. They look almost exactly the same. But basically, I've been feeling a lot of resistance about releasing the game, and I think that's holding me back a little bit. I need to figure out kind of what I want to do, how I want to finish it up, what I want my release process to be, and just like hash this stuff out so that I can stop being afraid. I think this is a case where knowledge about something can probably help a lot with the fear, the resistance. And another like obstacle to finishing and releasing my game is that I keep getting other ideas. I get really powerful ideas and I think, oh, maybe I should start over and do something else. And that is the worst idea. I should never do that after putting a year of work into something unless I've carefully evaluated it and determined that it's not going to work out. But no, I get these like obsessive streaks, I don't know, where I just feel like all I want to do is work on this new idea. And sometimes if I just write some things down and pretend like I'm starting to plan it out, that's enough and I can move on. Sometimes I do a little bit of a prototype and that gets rid of the urge. It's like a real challenge to stick to something when I get all these other really good ideas. I made a commitment to my game and I put in the work and I want to finish it. So, it should be easy to say that my main goal for 2022 should be to finish and release this game. And then, after that, I can make a shiny new game. And also, when I'm talking to people about game development and they ask me if I've published anything, I'll be able to say yes. It's kind of, it comes up more than you would expect, where I get to talking to people, I tell them that I like to work on games in my free time, and it's always a little bit disappointing to have to tell them that I have not actually finished anything in however many years I've been working on them. Alright, I'm just gonna check out Nooks here, see what we got today. There's a lot of new items for the like Christmas time stuff, like kids' toys and things. This menorah. But I think the big thing about my goals for the game shouldn't just be to release it, but to release it as quickly as possible, because I don't want to lose steam on it before I can get it out. And I mean figurative steam, my emotional steam, not Steam the game the game platform. How much is this? 25,000. It's ugly as sin, but maybe I could change the colors on it? I mostly just want to fill out my little catalog here. Okay. So I'll sketch out the like official detailed plan later, but I just want to brainstorm as I play Animal Crossing about what sorts of things I need to finish up and maybe what sorts of things I don't need to finish up. Because one of the things that can really harm a software project is feature creep, where you start with kind of an idea of what you want and then more features add themselves, or like you think, oh, it would be cool to add this, it would be cool to do that. And you really need to evaluate what's gonna be important. Alright, let's sell some of this extra stuff. So I need to think about what my game actually needs to be a complete good game, and I need to commit to that instead of trying to do, you know, more than that. Where did I even get this stuff? I don't know. Goodness, I'm tired. It is really early. I mean, not really early, but I went to bed pretty late last night. I was trying not to. This is my first day of vacation. I did go to bed a little bit late, but it was because I wanted to finish the sock I was working on, and I did. So what's the first thing that my game absolutely needs to be done? And that is, an end. The loop needs to be complete. They need to be able to finish the game and get some feedback on whether they won or lost. Currently, you start the game, it just goes on forever. This is something I wanted to work on for December, and I've done a tiny bit of work on it. Not enough really to get it anywhere, but that's the big thing. You know, obviously a game isn't a game if if it goes on infinitely. Maybe it is, I don't know. I'm not a game expert. Another thing that my game needs is consequences or like reasons for players to make certain choices rather than just sort of like a random, you know, do whatever you want type of thing. I mean, some games get away with that, but this isn't really that kind of game. Maybe my jar of French toast finally went bad. Okay, sucker. So what I want to do to sort of force players to weigh their actions, you know, make decisions, is to add resources, a cost for all the units that you're summoning. I think that's gonna be the big one, is just making it so you can only summon a limited number of units, and then powering up those units. I want to do something. I don't know if I want to do a merge 3. I've talked about this before. I really like merge 3, you know, types of systems, but I feel like it might just be a little bit overdone at this point. So I need to think about how I want to do that bit of it, where like to make existing units stronger. What did I just get? I just got a recipe. Let's see what it is. Salad stuffed tomato. That does not sound very good. Salad stuffed into a tomato? It looks cute though. It's a nice visual thing that I could put as decoration. Okay, there's our frozen partition. It looks like one of those walls that you find in like public pools in the 90s between the like showers and the changing area and stuff. So back to my game chat. I think carefully managing the flow of like resources in and the costs of the units is gonna help make the game feel competitive and a little bit tense. Oh, I haven't had the option to ask about this lost item with anyone yet. Oh, there you go. We found Zell's novel he was reading. A throwback hat table. Don't know what this is. Okay, I think I've talked enough about resources. It's important, and it's just something I haven't gotten to yet. Ooh, I hate it. Okay. And there's another thing that I think I'm gonna need to cut, and that is player customization. So initially, this was a really big part of my vision, was to let players, you know, equip different shirts and pants and hats and things, really customize their experience, you know, show their style a little bit. And I really, really wanted that as part of just the vibe of the game, to be a little bit fun and whimsical and unique for each player. But as I think more about it, it doesn't really add to gameplay, if I'm honest with myself. So I think, unfortunately, that might be one of the things that needs to get cut in order to save time and energy. So now this doesn't mean it's gonna be cut forever. Maybe oh, look at this. I didn't know these washed up on the beach. But maybe I finish the game and I realize I have some more time and or energy to finish it, and I can do that. I mean, the code for like equipping and stuff is already in. We have several different types of like hats and shirts and stuff, but oh, hold on, Gladys, I'm coming. There we go. The problem is there's not a way in-game to manage that, and so that's something I would have to build. And also I would just need a lot more items, I think, to make it feel complete. I got a festive wreath. Cool. Oh, you know what? I think we need to be shaking the trees. I think there's crafting resources in them, like Christmas ornaments or something. So I think I'm officially deciding, as much as it makes me sad, makes my soul hurt, I think I'm gonna cut player customization until such a time where I feel like I can tackle it without, you know, spending a whole nother year. Whoops, oh shit. No! We almost made it to the museum, but I missed my turn. Oh jeez. That's fine. I haven't got stung by wasps in a long time. I've usually got my my net out, and I don't know why I put it away just now. Okay, let's just keep looking for these ornaments. Gosh, I'm really croaky and hoarse today. So, the last thing that I think I need for my game is actually a surprise to me, because this was not in the plan originally at all. So I've talked before about how I've been working on making it multiplayer, but I've realized that the time and energy I need to support a multiplayer game is almost certainly more than I have while working full-time. And so what I want to do is release it as a single-player game, and then potentially add the multiplayer in later, so kind of like what I just talked about with the customization. But the problem is, without multiplayer, the game is missing something. So with multiplayer games, you have the challenge of other players, sort of, to keep, you know, to keep you moving. You wanna go up against new opponents. You know, the combat is gonna be different every time because you're playing against people who are strategizing and coming up with things that I couldn't have possibly thought to program in. There are a ton of wasps up here. And without players to sort of add that incentive, to add the complexity to the game, I'm gonna need something. So I think, and this could change as I think more about the problem, but I think what I need is a campaign. I think I need a campaign for my game that like gets progressively harder, maybe introduces a little bit of something that's like a story. I haven't quite thought through, you know, all of it yet, but oh my god, another wasp nest! Do they just like build up? It's been a little bit since I've played, maybe I'm just, you know, I've just filled up the whole island with wasps. Oh geez. I keep getting very distracted by these wasp nests. There's, what's his name? CJ. I guess I'll talk to him, see what he needs. C-sports. It's like esports, but not. Today is freestyle day. Catch whatever's out there, we do it 5 times in a row. Okay. Catch 5 fish without losing any. I do not have the inventory space for this, so let's go sell all these wasps. How funny to just like, those poor Nook boys, just like, here's a pocket full of wasps. I will take my money, please, thank you. As you can see, my island is still under construction, so the paths are not really clear, and getting around is kind of tricky, but I'm hoping to smooth things out a little bit soon. I just have so much I'm working on. Okay, so what was I talking about? Yeah, I think my game needs something to direct the player. It could be something like a campaign where there's like a goal and you have to accomplish that goal, and you know, there's a number of levels, maybe some boss type of levels, and that could be good. That could be all I need. Another thing I've considered is a sort of like endless mode or survival mode, where there's like a challenge mode. You can just keep increasing the challenge until you get overwhelmed, basically. I've had a lot of fun with these types of modes in the past. I'm trying to remember the last game I played that had something like this, but I think it's been a while. I feel like that could be really fun, and then the player is sort of scored based on what do you need, sucker? Oh. Shoot, I just had one. Poor sucker. I'll get you a paper kite butterfly. Alright. Well, let's do this thing for Zucker. If we can. If we can find one. But I'm still, you know, I'm still thinking about how exactly to do this, how exactly to get the direction, the, I don't know, momentum that I want in the game, but I definitely need something. And I didn't really think about this until I sat down to talk about game stuff. Okay, no paper kite butterfly, but I did find something here. Fossil, good. Just for money nowadays, I don't need any more fossils from my museum. I finally finished it. Just recently, too. So, what else? Is there anything else that we need to talk about for the game? To sum up the brainstorming session, I need to probably cut player customization, and that's gonna be hard, but I think it will free up some of my time, and that's a little bit more important. We need to add in the final game loop so the game will actually end when it's over. And we also need to add like resources, some way to drive, you know, the player's decisions. So they can't just put down all the units they want and win every game. Oh, there's something in there. And then finally, we need a campaign or something like a campaign. Wow, we can see a lot of things from right here. There's 2 other dig spots right up there. And that's all in terms of functionality. I, of course, still need to, you know, add the UI, make some music, add sounds. Nothing in the game has a sound at all. I'm not sure how I'm gonna do these, but I know I want them to be somewhat simple, so I might do a sort of Don't Starve-esque thing where I use like instrument noises for various sounds. I'm not sure. Maybe there's like a pack of like sort of UI noises I can use, and then we'll just have music. Sound is not something I've really considered at all. It's easily my least, the thing I'm the least experienced with in terms of game development. But I'm gonna figure it out. So, functionality first, because then, right, it doesn't stop when the game is functionally complete. You have to test it. You have to make it better. You have to, like a novel, right? You write your first draft of a novel. It's not done. You don't just like chuck it out into the world right after you finish it. You have to get the words down first, and then you have to edit those words. And so that's kind of the same thing with probably most creative endeavors, but definitely with game development, where the first thing you slap together is probably not going to be what you want to release unless you get really lucky or if you've been doing this for a long time. So I'll need to finish the game functionally and then tackle playtesting, get some feedback on it, you know, tweak things, get the balance just right. It's gonna be a lot of work even after I finish the, you know, what you think of as the work, which is the coding. Oh, our signature reaction, what is it? Oh, it's the heart. I like the heart. She didn't say anything about my stung eye. My poor eye. Let's see, we got this in here. Let's... Oh, that's cute. Have we talked to Eric yet today? Wasps are nice, but they'll fight. Oh, he's gonna give me medicine. Thank you, Eric. That's so nice. And it tastes like blue. Whoops. Whoops. That's not what I meant to do. I'm not disrespecting your gift, Eric. There we go. Okay. Good as new. But yeah, basically to reiterate what I think I just said, once I've got a playable game, I can iterate on that. I can edit, I can make it better. A good brainstorming session, if I do say so myself. To get a little meta, I usually do something like this for all of my projects. Not usually while I'm playing Animal Crossing talking into a microphone. Usually I do it on paper, but I'd really like to sit down and just talk through the problems and see if I can come up with some answers. Sometimes it works and sometimes I need a little bit more, but you know, that's how the cookie crumbles. Sometimes things go smoothly and sometimes they don't, but the process I find is really helpful. So this is something I do pretty often, especially around, oh my god, another set of wasps. What is that, 5, 6? But yeah, brainstorming good. Just, you know, it doesn't have to be perfect. Just, you know, write down your problems. I have some bullet points I'm looking at. And then just start talking, start writing, start thinking. It does usually help to get the thoughts on paper. I feel like it gives them more structure, and in that way you can hold that structure in your mind a little bit easier, if that makes sense to anybody but me. But I find like if I just do some like thinking without any direction, I tend to get a little bit lost, a little bit distracted. So I would recommend either writing it down or talking through it with another person, or on a recording like I'm doing. And the next step is to take all these thoughts I've had and refine them into tasks, or if there's something that I still feel like needs to be determined or figured out, I'll do that. And then eventually I'll have my tasks I need to work on and I'll be able to get started. Usually I keep my tasks in Notion. I really should do a video on Notion at some point because I love it so much. But I always feel like there's so much to Notion as a program that I just get a bit lost. It's hard to cover so much, and so what I really need to do is break off a piece, think about a specific thing in Notion I can talk about, or a specific process I can go through, and then I think it'll work a lot better. Okay, I can't find one of these dang paper kite butterflies, and it seemed like there were so many of them before. We caught at least 2 this morning, just wandering around. It might help to clear out some of the snowflakes, because I think they, in terms of generation in this game, I think they count as bugs. But we'll just keep trying. So, I think that's gonna be all for this video. It turned up a little bit longer than my previous attempt, but hopefully that's okay. We did actually a bit more Animal Crossing in this one than in the previous one. In the previous one it was a lot more focused on the brainstorming, but I like it. I like Animal Crossing. I want to play more of it. I've just been so busy and now I'm finally free, so I'll probably, after I'm done closing up this video, I'll probably get some breakfast, get some jam for breakfast. I have a couple days left of jam. And then just chill, play some more Animal Crossing, get my island in shape a little bit more. But that's all for today. Just a bit of noodling on game development, my game plan, as it were. I'm excited to get into this stuff for next year. I know I've said that like every day for the past week, but I really am. I really am excited. I can already tell that I'm like the way I'm thinking about planning is pretty different from last year. I'm still deciding just how different, but I think we're gonna see some significant changes. So don't forget to subscribe if you want to see how that process goes. I'll be back soon with another video, probably a planning video or a goal setting video, and I hope to see you there. No question today, we're all just gonna chill. So thank you. I will see you tomorrow. Bye bye.